Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, Bitcoin is flashing just about every single bullish sign that you would normally want to look for in this market if Bitcoin were about to start a bull run. In fact, we have seen just about all of the stars align perfectly for Bitcoin to continue the breakout and rally that it started yesterday. So now we have to ask ourselves the question, despite everything that's going on in the real world right now, is Bitcoin about to go on a rally again? Well, it's an interesting question and not one so easily answered, so we're going to be diving into all of the different technical factors going into this market today. So if you do enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel when you do that. And before we get into it, I do also want to remind you of the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. I've decided to extend that sale to Wednesday, which is tomorrow, if I have my days correct. So today and tomorrow, that sale, April 2020, will be continuing to run. If you want to learn absolutely everything you need to know about technical analysis, the link to do so is down below. More on that at the end of the video. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Good Lord, I have a real problem, guys. When I moved into this house, there's a king-size memory foam mattress in the master bedroom, and it stayed with the house. I'm just gonna tell you up front, I simply can't get out of it. That's why these videos keep coming out so late. I have a problem. My mattress is too comfortable. Have you guys ever had that tell me in the comment section down below, what do I do about this? I literally cannot get out of bed in the morning. It sucks. This quarantine thing is not helping. Anyway, Bitcoin. I never thought I'd be cursing a comfortable mattress, but I am. Hashtag first world problems, right? Anyway, guys, there is quite a bit to cover in today's video, but before we get into all of it, I want to lay the foundation for what we're looking at here. Yes, the S&P 500, yes, the Dow Jones Industrial Average have been bouncing, and I'm very happy to see that, but I want to bring to your attention the fact that the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones are still down over 20% from where this correction started, and where Bitcoin started this correction, as you can see, we're only down 6%. Guys, that's nothing. In Bitcoin, you see Bitcoin move 6% in like 3 minutes sometimes. During this bounce over here on the 1 minute chart, I saw Bitcoin move 38% in 5 minutes. 6% down is nothing. In fact, right now, not so much, but you can see on the 7-day price graph, some of these altcoins were bouncing hugely yesterday. In fact, Ethereum was up, I think, 12%. XRP was up like 20%. Some of the other altcoins I invested in were up quite substantially indeed. As more time passes, people are starting to realize just how decoupled the cryptocurrency markets are from the rest of the world. So I think we're going to actually start seeing a lot of people start flowing into the cryptocurrency markets because they understand that these markets are not being as affected as something like the stock market or the precious metal markets or the oil markets or in future, probably the real estate market. The mere fact that Bitcoin is supposed to be the one that's more volatile than the stock market, but is only down a third as much as the stock indices are, is big, big news. And I'd like to point out that yes, Bitcoin did break out yesterday, and yes, Bitcoin did rally all the way up to $7,400, and then yes, Bitcoin did retrace, but I also want you to notice we have a pattern of higher highs right here and higher lows right here. Even though we're kind of trading sideways, we're generally trending to the upside after the rally, which doesn't happen very often and is actually pretty bullish. Another fact to consider is that out on the weekly chart, as we talked about in yesterday's video, we were testing the 100 weekly simple moving average, which is about a 2-year moving average. Right now, we are above it because we're trading about $200 above where it sits, around $7,100 and change. We are actually breaking resistance. We're not just moving up through no resistance territory. We are actually breaking resistance as we go. We broke $6,900, then we broke that moving average. We're above the 20 daily exponential moving average. That's this line right here. That's a very, very important moving average that any of you guys in CT2A will know. That exponential moving average has its own video in CT2A right there. Over there somewhere. The next level of resistance we're looking at testing would be around $7,500, and that's the 50 daily simple moving average. That's that red line that you can see on your screen right now. One thing to mention also, guys, is that during this whole Bitcoin correction, we have seen something interesting going on the longs and the shorts chart. Right now, there are a little over 11,000 shorts, but over 26,000 longs, which means even during an economic crisis like this, more long positions are open right now than short positions. That's a very interesting trend. Now, it is a fact that shorts have been rising, but I would also encourage you to look at this longs chart because the longs certainly have too. Over the last 3 days, longs on Bitfinex are up 17%, and over the last day and a half, shorts are up 20%. It's really interesting when you see both shorts and longs go up, because typically that corresponds with increased volume, which we did see more volume after Bitcoin broke out, and it also corresponds to something called open interest, the amount of money that is in a margin position. And when that open interest increases, that is traditionally a bullish thing for Bitcoin, in my opinion. There is debate about that, but I think it's a good thing because it means there's more investment going into the space, which indicates more investor and trader confidence in a move. No matter which direction that move is, it indicates that there's more money flowing into the market, which in general is going to be a good thing, even if some of that is going into short positions. The more money in crypto, the more the valuation goes up, is generally how that works. So this that we're seeing on the long and shorts charts is actually a pretty bullish thing. Something to mention as well is just how incredible these oscillators down here look. Guys, this is sexy. That's what this is, okay? This MACD and this RSI, it's sexy. That's just what we're going to call it. We're going to keep it PG-13, but it's sexy, okay? We see the MACD is very bullish and has been very bullish for quite some time. It is trending to the upside in a very sexy manner, and then we see the RSI sitting around 55, looking pretty hot itself. Those are very, very good things to see. The reason for that being that when the MACD is trending to the upside like that, and we're diverging over the last 2 days, as you can see right here, that is very bullish because, you know, if MACD is pointing upwards, the market's probably going to be continuing upwards. We don't see any indication that a bearish cross is coming, at least in the next 3 or 4 days. It'd take a little while for those lines to converge on themselves. Furthermore, whenever we talk about RSI over in the Bitcoin Academy and in CT2A, right here in the RSI video, and I believe we also mentioned it in the RSI divergence video, whenever you see RSI sitting in between 50 and 70, that is prime rally territory. If it gets above 70, you're overbought and you're probably looking for a correction. You get below 50, you're probably in a healthy downtrend territory, but between 50 and 70 is actually a very healthy territory for the RSI to be in. And right when you start breaching 50, that's normally when you expect a rally to kick off. By the way, we just broke bullish. What does this mean? Well, guys, from everything I've talked about in this video, it means that Bitcoin is actually in prime territory to start a new rally, which is interesting because of what's going on in the world right now. Remember, to the last several videos, I've said it many times, it's very difficult to predict with a lot of certainty what is going to happen to Bitcoin right now because, one, we've never seen Bitcoin experience a global catastrophe like this, and two, we don't know how coupled this market is to the rest of the world markets, and thereby all of that crisis going on, and three, Bitcoin is just generally very hard to predict anyway. I'm starting to lean more bullish on Bitcoin, guys, and maybe I'm late to the party, but it really does look like that. There's a lot of major resistance between $77 and $8,200 that I'm going to show you here in a second, but I do just want to put my weight more into the bullish camp because right now, that's what it looks like. One thing to mention though, and guys, this is very important, so please remember me saying this, Bitcoin is not breaking out with a lot of exuberance and a lot of enthusiasm right now. There is still a large chance that as markets continue to tank because of everything that's going on right now, Bitcoin might do the same. Because of the global crisis going on right now, Bitcoin is building its foundation upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. Tell me which song that came from. And because of that, they could be washed away at any point. Bitcoin could fall through the floor very quickly if just about anything goes wrong. We are trying to build a rally. The technicals do show that, but technicals are very rarely going to reflect the fundamentals going on in the real world. And I need you to understand, the technicals are pointing to a new rally starting, but the fundamentals say the foundation of said rally is very, very unstable. So guys, this is why I've been saying for the last week or so, be careful trading right now. I'm not doing a lot of trading right now. I'm looking for investment opportunities right now. And I'm also, most importantly, even more importantly than investment opportunities, looking for learning opportunities so that I can make the most out of this and work on investing this up here rather than investing in my wallet. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, guys, here's what's important. Bitcoin fell 50% in 48 hours, the biggest correction that I think I've ever seen in my entire career here in cryptocurrency. RSI on the daily chart pulled back below 20, and a lot of those weak hands got shaken out. At the same time, one of the reasons Bitcoin bounced so quickly is because a lot of people bought positions down there, and a lot of them are in a lot of profit right now because many of them haven't sold or we wouldn't still be in an uptrend. You can look at that two ways. Either one, people are going to start selling those positions relatively soon because they're already at like 70% profit without margin, or they're going to continue holding on to them and see how far they can let it ride, and that's either going to build a strong foundation for the economy here on Bitcoin, or it's going to see a lot of people selling those positions and drop us back below $6,900. That is kind of up in the air, but I want you to be chewing on that over the rest of this week. The last thing I want to point out are levels of resistance as Bitcoin continually, gradually creeps to the upside here, even as I'm recording this video. We're looking at $7,800 as a level of resistance. That's the one we broke as support back over here on Black Thursday when Bitcoin fell through the metaphorical floor, and that is a very important level of resistance for very many reasons. Bitcoin has been testing this level consistently for well over a year. It is something you need to be paying attention to, and it also lines up with the VPVR. As you can see, there's a climax right starting around there and moving up to around 8,150. That zone is one to keep an eye on, and I would also implore you guys to keep an eye on this downtrending level of resistance right here, which should most certainly be red. That is going to be a level that we're going to want to watch. If Bitcoin does get above $7,800, we're going to be looking for a correction after testing that. If we take it off the log scale, we can see that that comes even farther to the downside, and we may be testing it a little bit earlier if we look at the linear chart. What's most important in these situations, guys, is to make sure you're working on your brain, because that is what is going to bring about the highest returns no matter what you do. No matter what you invest in, there will always be one thing that is better to invest in, and that is in yourself. And in the spirit of investing in yourself, that is why we created the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. There are 1,400 students that have gone through CT2A. That's enough people to fill like 100th of a football stadium. That's pretty cool, right? I think I'm going to brag about that. I think that's pretty awesome. We have a full 14-day money-back refund guarantee, and let me tell you something, we've only had a handful of people actually use that no-question-asked refund guarantee, even though every single one of those 1,400 students had access to it, and every time someone wants a refund, I'm more than happy to give it to them, but I just ask them out of curiosity for the sake of improving the course. Is there anything we could have changed? Is there anything that you didn't like about the course? Why exactly are you changing it? Just kind of like a survey. And I'll tell you, about 90% of the people who want a refund for the course say is that the reason that they wanted a refund is because they didn't have the time commitment for it, because they were already working like 60 hours a week and had a bunch of other obligations. We have never received an email from someone pissed off that the course was not what they thought it was going to be and upset and demanding a refund. We've never had a Karen come and try and get a refund from us. And the reason for that, guys, is because those 1,400 students that have gone through this course understand a quality product when they get it, and that's exactly what CT2A is. Don't take my word for it. Join our Discord server down below and go talk to them yourself. You can type in the main chat in the CryptoJeb Discord server, hey, is anybody here in CT2A? I'd love to get your take on the Academy before I join. I'd love to see your testimony. You can talk to them in private where I can't see the conversation. I don't know what they're going to say. I don't know what you're going to say. You guys might be talking crap about me, or you might be saying I'm awesome and beautiful, which, you know, it's true, but you don't have to say it. I encourage you, go and talk to our students and see what they have to say about the Academy before you join. Furthermore, if you click the link in the description down below, you're actually going to be able to watch 2 of the videos that are in CT2A as previews of the kind of content you're going to be getting access to. One of those videos is a 35-minute video detailing everything you need to know about TradingView. Even if you're not interested in the Academy, that's a great video because it gives you all kinds of tips and tricks about TradingView that you may not have already known. If you want a full, comprehensive breakdown of how TradingView works, it's for free on the website. Hit the link down below. You'll be charting like a master in no time, and you also get rid of those grid lines. I'll show you guys how to do that over there. At the end of the day, guys, this YouTube channel is a business. I am an employee, and so is Taylor of the company that owns this business, which I am the owner of. It's kind of funny how businesses work, but there are expenses that go along with running this business. There's payroll, and there's rent, and there's all kinds of other things that go along with this. I mean, I'm about to have to... There's a lot of expenses. Believe me, I spent about 3 hours yesterday filling out a small business application loan for part of the CARES Act that went through Congress to help with all of it. It is you guys going through CT2A and joining the first cohort that allows these videos to continue coming out every single morning just like that. So I do want to extend an olive branch and say thank you to all of you guys who have joined CT2A. I am very much appreciative of you guys, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the content so far. But guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel when you do that. And let's have a little bit of an inside joke here at the end of the video. What I want you guys to do is go down in the comment section and type a kind of fruit that you guys like. I want just a bunch of random fruit in the comment section, and everybody who didn't watch through to the end of the video will have no idea why you posted that, and they'll have to come back and watch the video to find out, and it'll help with watch time, and then we'll get more views, and we'll make more ad revenue. Okay, I'm giving too much away. Anyway, go ahead and do that in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But anyway, guys, like I just said, that is going to have to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.